This is the Lamborghini Urus, and it's the world's first super SUV. Since it came out in 2017, its rivals have brought the game forward in the sense that the Cayenne Turbo or the Jeep Trackhawk even produce more power. And that brings us to a lot of questions. In 2021, is the Lamborghini Urus beginning to lose its shine? Or does it still deserve the badge of the bull? We're going to find out in this video when I give this car an in-depth review. So this is RettroDrive. I make car reviews and other car content. So consider subscribing to this channel. Click the subscribe button right now and turn on the bell notification icon. So when I drop a cool car review just like this one, YouTube notifies you first. Let's get to the video.
Legends never die.
You know, this is actually Lamborghini's second SUV. The first being the LM002, aka the Lambo. But that one was really ugly. So I guess they sacked the designers of those ones and brought in new designers, new creative designers to craft out this explicit design. You know, at some point in your life, even if you like speed and performance and every other thing, you will start to consider practicality, like cargo space. And that is where Lamborghini brought in the solution into this car. They put together the performance of a sports car and the practicality of an SUV and brought it together like this to produce this super SUV. So now, it being an SUV, would it still perform as a supercar? Or it being a supercar, is it practical as an SUV? We're going to find out. So the platform of this car is actually shared with other Volkswagen sub-SUV brands like the Audi Q7 and the Audi Q8. It also has the gearbox that is from the Porsche Cayenne. It has suspension that's from the Bentley Bentayga. What do you think about this really expensive Lamborghini sharing parts with other cheaper vehicles? It just depends on the quality though, but what do you think? But even if it shares parts with the Toyota Camry, as long as it has this badge, I don't want to know, it's still going to be very expensive and everyone will still buy and it will still sell like mad. So right here on the front, it looks really edgy and aggressive. You have a lot of body lines. And there's one thing I noticed in this car. So Lamborghini paid attention to details in some particular things like this. Come see this. On the lights here, you have this Y. See it, Y. And this Y is kind of repetitive on every part of this car, on some parts of this car. You also get this hexagon shape here, as you can see, this hexagon shape. I'll show you on different parts of this car. When inside and the exterior, you will see this particular pattern everywhere. You see this ball right here. You know what this thing is? This is actually the front camera. You also get a camera up here. You get camera down on the side mirrors, and you also get camera at the back of the car. That is a 360 camera, and with this you can see a 3D graphics representation of the car from the infotainment screen, which I'll show you when we go inside. So you have Lamborghini badge embossed on it. You have air inlets here, really huge and functional. You get a 23-inch huge alloy rims, and this comes with a Pirelli performance tires. And if you come close, you see this L right here. And this L is actually Lamborghini, it stands for Lamborghini. That means these tires were specified for this particular car. Looking inside, you see a really huge carbon ceramic brakes. And this is the largest brakes on any production vehicle. Yeah, so you have a car that is this fast. Obviously, you want to get brakes that can stop it immediately. And that's why they fitted these huge brakes here. Impressive. You get huge side mirrors, and this, does it come with blind spot assist? I don't know, I can see it. You got sensors on the door. When you have your key, you can pop it open. You also get a swooping roofline. It goes all the way. So we're going to find out if this swooping roofline would actually affect the headroom of this car inside. Down here you got quad exhaust, really loud, and this exhaust actually from the Huracan, Lamborghini Huracan. You get diffusers here, Lamborghini embossed on it, and look at this, take a look at this. You have this Y also that I talked about in front, and if you even come closer to this part, you're going to see Y's everywhere. So you see what I'm talking about, the attention to details. You also get Lamborghini Technica LED. You get two rear spoilers, one here, really small, another one right here. If you want to pop this boot open, it's actually an electric tailgate. And this costs a lot as an option, like a whole lot. So this car comes with a lot of options, and it's at the end it costs really much. But I'm not going to talk about the price now, don't worry. I'll tell you the price at the end. So stay to the end of the video for you to know the price of this car. A Lamborghini with a trunk. It sounds really funny because it doesn't go hand in hand. Because normally Lamborghinis aren't really practical. They're a sports car for people that want to go very fast. And it has quite enough space inside here. This is the first aid kit. Yeah, it comes with bandage. Lamborghini embossed on it. You also get this aluminum covering that protects your expensive paintwork. So when you pop this, you have a compartment here for a spare tire, and the spare tire is actually in front because the main tire is actually bad. Comes to this. Oh, come this way. You have buttons here, and you know what these buttons do? So this first one is to release the tow hitch. So take a look. When I click and hold the button, the tow hitch comes all the way out. It takes time, but it come out slowly. Yeah, and as you can see, if you come close, you actually see VW written here as this tow hitch. As obviously this is from the Volkswagen brand. I want to put the tow hitch back. I press the other button and it goes in slowly. So you're not going to need this except you want to pull a trailer or you want to tow the car or something. So it takes a little time. Yeah, and it's all in. You have second set of buttons here, and what these buttons do is you can reduce and increase the ride height of this car. Like if you're trying to put in heavy bags into the car and it's kind of high for you, you can just press this to take the car down, you put your bags inside and you bring it back up electronically. No stress, nothing. So to close it back up, I have buttons here that can do it. And you have this really swooping rear windshield here, and that is why there was no need for a rear wiper, because obviously water wouldn't really come for the back, and when water pours from up here, it goes all the way out, like sharp. Okay, you get 4 frameless doors. So these frameless doors are on all the doors. You also get this thing I was talking about, this Y, this attention to details. You see this Ys, you don't get normal openings and speakers. So this is the Bang & Olufsen sound system, and you can see the Y openings right here. So I would like to commend Lamborghini for this beautiful interior. So this looks like the normal Lamborghini type of interior that is really busy. The build quality is pretty impressive. You have soft touch leather everywhere, gloss black, cold shiny aluminum plastic, red leather. Oh, nose mask. Mask up. It's Corona. So the build quality is really nice. And you know, in sports cars, they don't really pay much attention to tech. They just make the car fast. You don't get nice infotainment screens, but this one is the opposite. You get nice tech inside. So it brought the beauty of the sports car and the tech back together, and this is just it. So let me start up the car. Let me show you the infotainment screen. So this is the traditional Lamborghini Startup button that's in most sports cars. The start stop. You open this like a fighter, like a rocket launcher, and you start. Oh, okay. Air conditioning. Why isn't it? Okay, my legs are on the brake, and I started up. Now I love the sound of this. Sounds really nice. Go to the back. Let me show you how it sounds. From here down to some minutes forward, you're not going to hear me well because I had mic issues, so I had to just subtitle all what I said. I'm very sorry this happened. So coming back here, you have 2 infotainment screens. So this infotainment screen is actually out of the Audi A8. They look the same thing.
Actually, the one up here, it's inside the dashboard, and it keeps away all the reflections, so you can practically see them well
when you're operating them. You have the Lamborghini
you have the sports, the V8 right here, Strider, Sports, Corsa, Saga, and Naira. You can change it with, you can see. When you go back, you have vehicle information.
I think the touchscreen is kind of laggy. So this one shows you like your off-roading details, your tilt angles, the heat, the distance. Come see, it shows you where you are. 229 degrees southeast, 20 meters. Your every information basically, off-road information. This you have the seats.
So you can only you can electrically adjust the seats with
the infotainment screen. Okay, so these screens are not like the normal touch screen. I just noticed that right now. You don't just touch them and expect them to work. You have to get like a haptic feedback. So you're gonna click, you get take one small click, and you can see I can operate everything here. Cold. Now it's really, really cold. Oh man, I really needed this. Man, the weather is really hot. Coming down, you have light and vision, ambient lighting, driver's assist, parking aid. Here you have the radio and multimedia. You also get multimedia here. Okay, Bluetooth connectivity and navigation screen. Oh, this map. Okay, come see this. You know, I showed you one hexagon detail they put in front. You can also get a hexagon right here. Let me go back to home.
So,
okay.
When you come down here, you also get another screen. So this screen is to control the seats and the climate control. You see everything in fan speed, wipers, and everything. Coming down, you have this tambura. So this is called a tambura.
It actually means drum, but this part is where you control all the performance functions of this car. First of all,
this
I've forgotten. I think it's artificial
something intelligence, blah
blah assistance.
I'll
write that in the screen. Don't worry. So this
drive mode you get. This is Strada. Strada is for streets, and this is sports. Sport is for the normal
sports mode.
And Corsa opens up the exhaust and makes it sound really, really loud. Then you get this other three drive modes that come as an option, and this is off-road modes. Saga is for sound, and Naira is for depth and off-road, and Wave is for slow. So whatever conditions you're on, you just change the drive modes and to act accordingly to give you the best driving performance. You also get a big crank right here. What this crank is for, when you pull it back, you change it to reverse. As you can see, reverse. You pull back, change to reverse, and so people ask, so how do you put this car in drive? Say you don't drive, the button right here. When you start the car,
if you pull the party shifter once,
it puts you in drive. If you pull the party shifter twice, it puts you on reverse. Really, really impressive. Coming down here, what everyone, and this everyone is like a custom setting. So if I don't want to use any of these modes, I can just put an ego and say, okay, maybe I want to go all sporty, and I can make my steering harder, the suspension, and I just choose, I
customize my modes to my preference. I like this Lamborghini that's embossed right here. You get a digital driver's display, and if you come close, come see this. If you come down to driver's display, when I change the driving modes, you can see the speed counter will change. Take a look. When I change it to Corsa, it becomes red, and I put it to Serbia, it changes, and you can see since this is sand, you can see sand that's right here. So when I change it to Naira, you see that sand that I showed you right here that was brown has changed to white, which shows you that this is in snow mode. Let me change it back to Strada, and this is actually from like, okay, some parts of this looks Lamborghini-ish and some parts looks Audi-ish at the same time. So as you can see, those platforms that I told you that this car shares with has some of this reflection inside the car. Flat bottom steering wheel, Italian flag right here, and the paddle shifters, unlike that on other Lamborghini models, the paddle shifters were mounted right here on the column, but this one is on the steering. So it's actually it's kind of a disadvantage, because what if you're like turning and you want to shift your gears, so now you don't even know where the downshift and the upshift is. So you can see that the upshift have gone here, so it might get a little bit confusing. You get a roof, which also comes as an option, and it costs a lot. You get which is also an option that costs a lot. You get Napa leather seats that's bolstered and hold you in place. Here you have Lamborghini. I just love seeing this badge around. Down here you have this hexagon representative that I told you. This hexagon cup holders, hexagon controls. These ones are buttons. I like the red interior. What do you think about it? This car, I like how it's blacked out. Comes with red interior, ambient lighting, engine sounds cool, everything. Then now let's check out the back. Let's see if this car is really as practical as an SUV. Oh, so now this is what I call an SUV. Yeah, I didn't expect this car to be this comfortable to sit in. I don't feel claustrophobic at all. So I get practically enough headroom, enough knee room, enough toe room.
Yeah, I like this black and red interior too. You see? Take a look at the pan roof. It looks really good. And this seat also feels comfortable. Now
Right here.
So what is it? A tall
person. Let me check this. It's wood actually, yeah, because there's enough space.
But the thing is, it's kind of high up.
So my head is reaching the roof and it's hard.
Since I get an armrest
Back here,
it doesn't feel as
comfortable as these two seats. Let me go back to my comfort. So you also get ISOFIX points for child seats on the Lamborghini. That's just funny, really, really funny. Down here you get climate control. You have air vents, as you can see, touch screens. You can control the fan speed and the temperature, auto, off, and where the fan blows. You also get an air vent here for the back passengers. Armrests, cup holders, and this is the hook. When I put this back in place, it hooks up. If I pop this open, oh, I don't think I can do that. But I think this is a pass-through for your ski or your golf clubs, in case you want to go for sports.
Now this multimedia screen looks really large. Before I get that,
take a look at this detail they put into this place too. Lamborghini. You also get speakers here, and this comes with a Y attached to the details on all parts of it. And this Bang & Olufsen system is an option in this car. So what do you think about this car? What do you think about the interior? I'm 5'11" and my headroom is quite okay. So if you're 6 feet, you might have to slouch a little bit. I don't think that'll be much of a problem. You also get lights right here. Take a look at this. You get lights
here. And you can detach this screen. Let me try that. Okay. Yeah. Feels really quality. You also get Lamborghini embossed here. So when you take out your screens, it reminds you that yes, you're still in Lamborghini. Of course, there's not a winning. So this screen is actually an Android screen. I don't know what brand.
And this Samsung,
I don't know. Designed in Germany, Lamborghini. And you can use the screen to control everything in this car. What other things you can do here? This is basically a normal
Android tab. If I swap, I have Play Store. I can even download apps. And it has Google search. Impressive. Let me search for RettroDrive. Retro, RettroDrive, and search. Oops, there's no internet connection. Now I'm talking about RettroDrive. This channel has had a lot of growth in the while. In the past 5 months I've been reviewing cars, and I really appreciate that. So if you just stumbled upon this video and you're not subscribed yet, I'll really like you to subscribe and support me, and this is how I'll be able to get more cars to reviews. So let me put this back in place. Oops. I did not put it back. How did I bring it out? Oh yeah, it's back in place. Let me just put it off since no one is using it, and power off. So I think I like this interior. Feels really good. It's practical for an SUV. The AC vents blow. The speaker is all around for good premium listening experience. So now this car is practical. Yes, we know that. The SUV part that Lamborghini talked about, thumbs up. They did it practically well. So what about the performance? What about the engine, the sports car vibe in Lamborghini? Let's go check that out. Let's know if this car is still good enough to be called a Lamborghini. Let's go. Okay, let's go here. Now, on most Lamborghinis, you're going to get a naturally aspirated V10 or V12 engine, but this is a V8 twin turbo engine. Come see. And right here on the engine bay, you have the firing order that's listed right here. So even though this is a V8 engine, it still performs and doesn't lack in terms of performance with a 641 horsepower and a 627 pound-feet of torque. This mighty SUV can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.6 seconds. Really impressive. Okay, so in 2019, this SUV, this Lamborghini Urus, sold more than all the Lamborghini models put together. So a lot of people love SUVs. That's what it means now. Yeah. And this car, okay, first of all, this car was given to us by Cali Dreams Automobiles. And right here at Cali Dreams Automobiles, you can get your most luxurious supercars, expensive, exotic cars right here on the island. So I'll leave a link down below in the description if you want to contact them or you want to check out the fleet of cars that they own. Check out Cali Dreams today. So this car costs a whopping, you want to hear it? 210 million Naira. 210 million Naira. That's a lot, a whole lot. This will get you like a lot of houses in Lekki here, but for this car, it's actually worth it. So thank you for staying to the end of this video. This is RettroDrive. I do car reviews, I do other car content. You can check out my Instagram, check out my Twitter, check out my Facebook, my TikTok. All my contents are on there. Turn on the bell, notification bell, so when I drop a new video like this, YouTube notifies you first. I'm talking about you first. So I'll see you next week.